I'm off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. There will also be a bike rally throughout the streets of Blue Creek and Belize City on February 7th and 14th respectively. All participants will get a free oil change. Check out our Facebook page for more details. Love Your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February, only at Benquit Equipment Parts Service.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your hearts will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artist coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, O Jah. Tell them that the praise never stops. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest gospel artists from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my two-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenlies for life, serving Jesus Christ.
From Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 501 from Capital City, Belmopan. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Prince team, Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carvalho and his GCO group. Remember Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus. Rocking on the world. I said,
taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, Plus TV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
headlines for tonight's newscast. Officer charged for the murder of Shaquem Ferguson. Guatemalan national detained after fatal RTA kills police constable. And Belize hosts Guyana's presidents at House of Representatives meeting. These stories and more coming up next right here on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic.
Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble?
A poor man out there, man. That's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders, they're too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Welcome to Plus News for Monday, February 2nd. I am LJ Wade. The investigation of the fatal shooting of 26-year-old Shaquem Ferguson in Ladyville has seen a major development, with police arresting 24-year-old police officer Kenroy Rudolph Allen Jr. in connection with the killing. The incident dates back to January 25th, when Ferguson was shot around 5:30 p.m. on his way home along Joe Louis Road. Allen, a resident of Lords Bank Village, is now in police custody as authorities continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the attack.
As a consequence of the ongoing investigation into the shooting death of Shaquem Ferguson, which occurred on Sunday, January 25, 2026 in Ladyville Village, police have formally arrested and charged 24-year-old Kenroy Allen, a Belize police constable, for the crime of murder. The arrest of Mr. Allen came as a consequence of police's investigation and retrieval of items which supported the charge. No clear motive has been established. However, I believe on the last occasion when ACP Romero was addressing the matter, he would have stated that there is a suggestion that drugs may be the motive and it may be connected to the other incidents that occurred in that area.
24-year-old police constable Kenroy Rudolph Allen Jr. was escorted to the Belize City Magistrates Court this morning, where he was formally arraigned on a single count of murder in connection with the death of Ferguson. Allen was denied bail due to the seriousness of the offense and has been remanded to the Belize Central Prison. He is scheduled to return to court on the 15th of May. A Guatemalan national is in police custody following a fatal road traffic accident that claimed the life of 48-year-old police constable Marcos Acal on Friday night along the Thomas Vincent Ramos Highway. The detained man has since been identified as 30-year-old Juan Carlos Estrada Prado. According to police, Prado was traveling with 2 other persons at the time of the accident. PC Acal served 14 years as a special constable at the Independence Police Station and was riding a red and black motorcycle when the accident occurred. PC Acal was found lying on the pavement, suffering from serious head and body injuries, including a severed left hand.
Police have formally arrested and charged Juan Carlos Estrada Prado, a 30-year-old Guatemalan national of Santa Cruz Village, for the crimes of manslaughter by negligence and causing death by careless conduct, and the offenses of drove motor vehicle without due care and attention, failing to report an accident, and failing to stop and render aid. These charges follow police's investigation into a road traffic accident which claimed the life of Marcus Akal, a 48-year-old special constable of the Belize Police Department. The investigation commenced on Friday, 30th January 2026 at approximately 7:25 p.m. when officers attached to the Intermediate Southern Formation were advised that a traffic accident occurred between miles 31 and 32 on the Thomas Vincent Ramos Highway in southern Belize. The responding officers reported that upon their arrival at the scene, they observed the gravely injured Mr. Akal and a Skygo brand motorcycle which was beside him showed signs of damage. Whilst the investigators were processing the scene, intelligence was obtained in relation to a vehicle of interest that was seen in the Punta Gorda jurisdiction, and that information was relayed to police officers in Punta Gorda. The officers intercepted a Hino brand pickup truck at the dump in Punta Gorda, and on board that vehicle were Prado as well as 2 other male persons, and an inspection of that vehicle showed signs of damage and apparent blood. Certainly, we have tasked the person responsible for the traffic section of the department to see what, if any, charges can be brought against the others, because as you would know, they were suspected to have been on board the vehicle at that time of the accident, and they in fact had a duty to report such accident.
Authorities are working to determine if additional charges will be brought against the other passengers. The matter remains under investigation and is being treated as manslaughter by negligence. Police are investigating an early morning road accident on the Philip Golson Highway that claimed the life of 18-year-old Luis Miguel Montoya. Montoya was traveling on a motorcycle along miles 10 and 11 when he was clipped by a towhead truck pulling a trailer, suffering fatal injuries at the scene. Police told us more.
Police are investigating a fatal traffic accident that claimed the life of 18-year-old Luis Miguel Llewellyn Montoya, which occurred at approximately 9:30 a.m. on Monday, 2nd February 2026, between miles 10 and 11 on the Philip Golson Highway. What the investigation has shown so far is that Montoya is alleged to have been seeking to make a left turn off the highway, and at that time a freight truck which was traveling in the same direction sought to overtake the motorcycle, and this resulted in a collision and the untimely passing of Mr. Montoya. The driver of that vehicle has since been served with a notice of intended prosecution.
Today marked a historic occasion in the capital city of Belmopan as the National Assembly welcomed His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfane Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. A special joint sitting of the House of Representatives and the Senate was convened at the National Assembly Chamber on Independence Hill, where Prime Minister John Briceño and President Ali delivered official remarks. The special sitting formally concluded President Ali's state visit to Belize, during which both leaders signed several memorandums of understanding in the areas of education, agriculture, tourism, and digitization. In his address, Prime Minister Briceño highlighted the significance of the visit and emphasized how the strengthened diplomatic ties between Belize and Guyana stand to benefit both nations.
Your visit, the first state visit by a president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, is history-making. The several memorandums of understanding we will sign today covers diverse areas: education, tourism, digitization, and agriculture. They cover socio-economic and productive sectors of our countries. They provide solid basis for deeper collaboration in areas of mutual benefit. We offer our experience in tourism as you build your tourism product in the land of many waters. Our geographic similarities provide scope for knowledge sharing. Our expertise in agriculture will be made available and educational opportunities explored. Your experience in digitization will help us in our own efforts in this regard. Belize and Guyana must move deliberately to achieve our mutual ambition to feed CARICOM. We must leverage our abundant resources, facilitate private sector investment, and reap the benefits of our people. Today we will jointly facilitate private sector investment in the refined sugar sector. Sugar remains an agricultural mainstay for both Belize and Guyana. As governments, we will assure the private sector that we will work diligently to ensure that CARICOM is an assured market for Belizean and Guyanese producers of refined sugar. I know we will continue to build on the excellent relations we enjoy for the benefit of our respective peoples. May the Almighty continue to bless the people of Belize and Guyana. Thank you so much.
President Ali, in his remarks, underscored the importance of regional collaboration, stressing that Belize and Guyana must work side by side to advance food security across the region.
The occasion provides Guyana and Belize with a valued opportunity to deepen political dialogue, expand cooperation across economic, security, cultural, and environmental spheres, and reaffirm the common values and strategic interests that bind our two countries. Belize and Guyana are bound by modern diplomacy. We are united by a shared history of colonization, by common resolve in safeguarding our independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, and by aspirations rooted in dignity, stability, and progress. We are proud members of the Caribbean community, a regional family founded on cooperation, integration, and collective self-reliance. Through this shared membership, Belize and Guyana strengthen our capacity to address common challenges, advance regional development, and project a united and constructive voice on the global stage. Food insecurity, driven by climate events and external disruptions, places additional strain on vulnerable populations. That is why, Prime Minister, my dear friend, I agree with you that Belize and Guyana must lead in the food security of this region. And when we make this investment, human, financial, and technological investment, the region must in turn have a fair trade system in which our produce and production is not subjected to the bureaucracy of the system, or is not subjected to artificial barriers of trade that affect this region. We must together champion the cause of removing the barriers to trade, especially in food in this region. We must continue to deepen regional cooperation. And we must look at best practices in the region itself. And we must be able not only to look at those best practices, but to embrace those practices. Build capacity among each other. Advance capacity among each other. And that is what Belize and Guyana, that is what we are celebrating here today. The exchange of ideas, technology, and systems that are localized, that are proven to be effective within our own ecosystem. And when we trust each other to transfer our localized technology to support the growth and development of each other, we become stronger, more resilient, and definitely more independent. And that is what we celebrate today.
Following the special sitting, President Ali was escorted to Santander for a tour of the facilities. He is scheduled to depart Belize tomorrow, February 3rd, returning to Guyana. And while today's joint House meeting went smoothly, the members of the opposition were upset that their permit to protest outside the sitting was denied. According to the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Tracy Panton, they had applied to protest outside the House regarding the proposed BTL acquisition of SpeedNet, but due to the President of Guyana visiting, their protest notice was denied.
We had hoped to protest today. The permit was denied, even though the Prime Minister speaks very boldly about the rights of citizens should be preserved and we have the right to protest. Obviously, he would have preferred the protest not to happen today. They used a technicality in the law to deny us the permit, but that will not keep us quiet. We will be sure that our voices are heard at every occasion that we have.
But while today's protest request by the UDP was denied, their other protest request, scheduled for this coming Wednesday, February 4th, was approved. The United Democratic Party is calling on all citizens of Belize to join them for a protest in front of the SSB's headquarters in Belize City on Wednesday at 10 o'clock to voice their concerns regarding BTL's acquisition of SpeedNet.
Question, there is a permit for Wednesday. We are calling on all Belizeans to join us on Wednesday at 10 o'clock as we meet outside the Social Security Board. The board is meeting at 11, we understand. And of course, we look forward to having the support and inclusion of all union partners and all members of civil society.
Today, the Commissioner of Police was asked for his thoughts on how his officers responded to last week's protest in front of BTL's headquarters. Last week, we reported that over 200 representatives from the UDP and various unions protested in front of BTL in hopes of stopping their board of directors meeting. During the demonstration, the protesters managed to storm the compound, leading to officers on the ground pepper spraying the crowd. Here's what the Compol had to say regarding the incident.
The police department do recognize the right of individual or group to protest, but they must do so within the context of the law. In terms of the one last week, I believe that we have a level of escalation in terms of our police response. And during the protest, it did not reach the level that we needed to escalate. So we do believe that it went at a manageable level that the uniformed personnel could have managed.
However, the protesters broke through whatever barricade you all set. It seemed as if you all were outnumbered and outmanned.
In terms of public order, in terms of public demonstration, we have a protocol in place, and for us to escalate, certain things should have happened, or in order for us to escalate to the other stage.
It is expected that a larger police presence will be on the ground for the UDP's Wednesday protest in front of the SSB. We'll take a break and be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Come to banquet, find your way. Engines roar at the break of day. Volvo outboard surf the waves. Castrol oil is what they crave. Live with power, feel
the sound. Heavy machines shake the ground. Riding Honda, feeling proud. Rev it up and shout aloud. Feel the wind against your skin. Now so wide, let's begin. At Banquet where dreams ignite. Gear up, then let's take flight. Kohler's power runs our towns. JCB lifts heavy pounds. Find the tools to build your dreams. Banquet's got the best machines. Grip the wheel and never slip. Feel the rush, it's time to trip. Every brand you know and love. Banquet fits you like a glove. Feel the wind against your skin. Now so wide, let's begin. At Banquet where dreams ignite. Gear up, then let's take flight.
Banquet, equipment, parts, service. We represent quality.
Alright, on the one fun day on, the window open and the light may turn off. It look like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug where keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard here.
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter, they call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV for BL ad, you know.
Yes, man, it don't reach the money better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So that when you reach my area,
we're upgrading meters across Belize, house by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your hearts will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artists coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, O Jah. Tell them that the praise never stops. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest gospel artists from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my two-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenly's for life, serving Jesus Christ.
From Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 501 from Capital City, Belmopan. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Prince team, Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carvalho and his GCO group. Remember Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus. Rocking on the world. I said Jesus.
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, PlusTV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
All right, you're all set. I'll swap out the water inlet valve and everything is running normally.
Amazing. So what will be the cost?
Oh, for you? There's no cost.
No cost? I'm flattered, but I'm actually married.
Oh no, nothing like that. It's actually part of our 1-year warranty policy.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Don't worry, it happens all the time.
Really?
No.
Belize's only full-service GE USA dealer. Full service, full warranty, full selection. GE Appliances. Good things for life. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
As one of the largest cable and internet providers in Belize, CBC strives to provide our customers with the highest standards of quality, value, and service in all aspects of cable TV and internet. Monitoring our systems closely, our technicians combine creative planning and state-of-the-art technology with years of experience and training to develop and provide the most reliable and advanced cable and internet service to exceed your expectations. For CBC and our team of talented engineers, technicians, and customer service representatives, delivering less than the very best is never an option.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic.
Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble?
A poor man out there, man. That's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower. She wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken! Oh, yeah. Like you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Welcome back. A technician has been fined more than $5,000 after pleading guilty to a hit-and-run crash that injured a police sergeant and his common-law wife in Ladyville. 43-year-old Deniro Sutherland appeared unrepresented before the Belize City Magistrates Court this morning, where he admitted to 9 traffic offenses, including driving under the influence, failing to stop and render aid, failing to report an accident, and negligent wounding. Police say the incident happened Saturday evening along the Philip Golson Highway near the Ladyville supermarket. Sergeant Gilberto Ruiz was riding his motorcycle with his wife when a vehicle reportedly turned into their lane, knocking them down. The driver fled the scene, and both victims sustained injuries but survived. Investigators later identified Sutherland as the driver. Officers reported smelling alcohol on his breath, and he was unable to produce valid vehicle documents. In court, the chief magistrate described the case as aggravated because Sutherland was drunk, failed to stop, and had previous traffic convictions, including similar offenses just weeks earlier. He was ordered to pay $5,000 in fines and $2,000 in compensation to the victims forthwith. If he fails to pay, he faces jail time. Sutherland told the court he did not have the money immediately available. He is also disqualified from driving for 1 full year. Police are preparing multiple charges against 29-year-old Army veteran Darnay Garcia, an American national, following an assault report and a police operation that uncovered illegal firearms and ammunition. The investigation began on Sunday, February 1st, after a woman reported being physically assaulted by Garcia after a night out. She told police that she was ready to go home. when Garcia, instead of taking her inside the residence, attempted to beat her. ASP Stacy Smith reported that while transporting the complainant to the station, police heard 2 gunshots strike their vehicle, triggering an additional operation.
Police in Ladyville are in the process of preparing a number of charges against 29-year-old Darnay Garcia, an American national who was apprehended by police sometime around 6 o'clock a.m. on Sunday, 1st February 2026 in Ladyville Village. Police's interaction with Garcia began sometime around 3:30 a.m. when a 27-year-old female called police and reported that she was assaulted by a male person and that he was actively in pursuit of her. Police responded swiftly and they met with the female on Olwell Road in Ladyville Village and as well as Mr. Garcia. Police sought to detain Mr. Garcia based on the report given by the female. However, Mr. Garcia managed to make good his escape. Whilst the police officers were transporting the female to the Ladyville police station, the mobile came under fire and an operation was organized as a consequence of this, as there was reasons to believe that Mr. Garcia was the culprit in that incident. A joint operation team consisting of personnel from the GI3, the anti-narcotics unit, as well as the Ladyville Quick Response Team, organized and mobilized to an area of interest, and through the use of a drone and conducting covert surveillance, they were able to apprehend Mr. Garcia sometime around 6 o'clock a.m. and in his possession was a 9mm Smith & Wesson brand pistol, which contained 14 live rounds of 9mm ammunition, as well as a bag which contained an additional 60 live rounds of 9mm ammunition. Also found on the person of Mr. Garcia was an AR-15 rifle, which contained 37 live rounds of 5.56 ammunition. Garcia is known to police as he is currently out on bail, having been charged in July of 2025 for illicit trafficking of firearms after a barrel was discovered at the Santa Elena border, which contained a number of firearms and ammunition.
Smith also shared that Garcia was apprehended on Sunday and remains on bail for a prior matter.
As it relates to his passport, I believe a part of his bail conditions for the early arrest included him surrendering his passport. It is anticipated that with this arrest, his bail will be revoked and he will remain in prison until the matters against him are brought to trial.
Police have arrested and charged 26-year-old Chan Chen resident Dennis Eck with 2 counts of burglary and possession of a controlled drug. The charges stem from 2 separate incidents that occurred in Corozal town. Eck allegedly stole a total of $750 from a residence in the Dominguez Hall layout on February 1st. And then, a few days earlier, on the 31st of January, police reported to reports of a female minor finding a man in her bedroom who later fled through a window. Following investigations, Stacy Smith shared that Eck's search operation led to the discovery of 1.3 grams of cocaine.
Corozal police have arrested and charged Dennis Eck, a 26-year-old of Chanchen Village, for 2 counts of burglary and possession of controlled drugs to wit 0.13 grams of crack cocaine. The burglary charges, which occurred in separate incidents, it is in relation to reports made by 2 individuals that between 31st January and 1st February, Mr. Eck is reported to have entered these separate residences through the window of the house, and on one occasion he stole a container which contained $750, and in the other instance he was observed in that home without a shirt. When observed, he ran off and made good his escape. Based on the investigation carried out by the police officers, Mr. Eck was identified as a person of interest, and when he was sought at his residence and searched, in his pocket, police found the 0.13 grams of suspected crack cocaine.
An early morning search turned up more than police expected last Friday when officers executing a warrant at the home of 38-year-old Sandra Araceli Pineda uncovered a stash of crack cocaine and cannabis. ASP Stacey Smith revealed that a bag of suspected cocaine was found in her residence, while further searches uncovered 17.8 grams of cannabis. Pineda was later arrested and charged with possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply.
Corozal police have formally arrested and charged Sandra Araceli Pineda, a 38-year-old naturalized Belizean of Ranchito Village, for the offense of possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply, to wit 5.8 grams of crack cocaine, and possession of controlled drugs, to wit 17.8 grams of cannabis. The arrest of Pineda follows police's execution of a search warrant at her residence on Friday, 30th January 2026 at around 10 o'clock a.m. The arresting officer reported that upon entering the premises while simultaneously advising the occupants that it was the police and that they were there to execute a search warrant, she observed Pineda picked up a transparent plastic bag and ran through the house. Pineda was pursued and she was observed throwing the plastic bag, and when it was opened and inspected, it was found to contain several pieces of suspected crack cocaine totaling 5.8 grams. A search of Pineda resulted in the discovery of the additional 17.8 grams of cannabis.
Last month, the Belize Police Department hosted their annual ComStat meeting. While members of the media are typically invited to ask questions at the meeting, this time around there was no invitation. Last month's ComStat was the first under the new Commissioner of Police, Dr. Richard Rosado, and today the media got the opportunity to question him about the lack of an invite.
I think it's a misstatement for the media to say that they past few years. The media have never been invited for the ComStat meeting. They are invited after the meeting to ask questions, but they have never been invited to the ComStat meeting. Yes. This is the first time that we invited the press office to join us during the opening session. But to say that the media has been invited for the past few years, it's a statement from the media houses.
Well, but that's semantics. Why are we? Why weren't we invited to ask questions?
This year we wanted to try something new, and this year we wanted to see whether we should invite or should not. And then I had left it up to our press office, and we decided to. But I have no objection to continue with inviting the media after for questions. That I have no objection with that.
Sir, should a decision like that be left willy-nilly? This is an important aspect for public transparency, that we are there to ask the questions.
Like I said, this year we wanted to try something new. And for the media to say that they have been invited for years, it's a misstatement. It's being disingenuous because they have never been invited to the ComStat meeting. They have been invited after the meeting to ask questions. And I have no objection or no reservation in inviting them after the meeting for them to ask questions.
So will we be invited next year?
I have no objection. If the media want to attend after the ComStat, no objections. No reservation.
A police corporal was not sworn into the police association earlier this month due to his dreadlocks. Earlier this month, Police Corporal Kenrick Ball was left unsworn into the association due to his dreadlocks not meeting the standard of discipline for grooming. Corporal Ball is a Rastafarian man who says his dreadlocks are a part of his religion and that he should be free to exercise his religion. However, the Compal disagrees, arguing that the rules of the department as it relates to grooming must be followed. Before the swearing in, a formal notice was given to Ball advising him that his dreadlocks breached the department's standard of discipline. Due to Ball not complying with the request, he was denied being sworn in. According to the Commissioner of Police, the matter has been forwarded to the Attorney General.
As a department, we take the policy compliance seriously and policy implementation seriously. And in terms of that individual, we have forwarded to the AG Ministry for his advice, and we are waiting his advice.
How much do you rely on previous cases, the one with the officers wearing dreadlocks?
Like I mentioned, we have forwarded it to the AG Ministry for his advice, and we will wait his advice.
We'll take our final break and be back with more news. Stay tuned.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic.
Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble?
The poor man out there, man, that's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken! Ota! Like you do all of this?
Yes, with builders hardware.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your heart will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artist coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, O Jah. Tell them that the praises never stop. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest gospel artists from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my 2-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing, and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenly's for life, serving Jesus Christ.
From Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 501 from Capital City, Pentapan. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Prince team, Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carvalho and his GCO group. Remember Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus. Rocking on the world, I said
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, PlusTV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Yeah, Jesus.
Our Belize City is growing because of continued investment. From rehabilitated streets to expanding neighborhoods, significant investments are improving how our city functions and how our communities live. In the last 2 years alone, more than 250 streets have been rehabilitated, representing almost $34 million invested directly in physical infrastructure that improves access and quality of life. At the same time, the city continues to expand. Developments such as the Holy Emmanuel area, also known as Gungulung, reflect increased demand for land and housing as Belize City expands in a more sustainable and resilient way. These planned developments support safer communities and long-term sustainability, contributing to rising property values across the city. Under the Town's Property Evaluation Act, property values are required to be reviewed every 5 years. The last valuation adjustment was done in 2013. This adjustment simply brings property values closer to today's market reality, while the tax rate itself remains unchanged. Let's break it down. For a vacant property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 2% rate, which works out to a payment of $500. Under the new assessment, the property value has appreciated by 40%, making the property now worth $35,000. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 2% of $35,000, which works out to $700. For an occupied property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 10% rate, which works out to $2,500. Under the new assessment, the property's value has appreciated by 18%, making the property now worth $29,500. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 10% of $29,500, which works out to $2,950. To support property owners, your Belize City Council is encouraging residents to take advantage of the ongoing property tax prepayment incentives. Property owners receive 15% off in January, 10% off in February, and 5% in March. And senior citizens receive a 35% discount year-round. Remember, this adjustment represents an appreciation in your property's worth, not a change in tax rates, ensuring continued investment in your city while providing valuable data for informing investors, municipal bondholders, and individual credit assessments. And we want residents to know the law provides a clear mechanism for review and appeal if needed. Those who believe their valuation does not fairly reflect their property have the right to engage the Belize City Valuation Appeals Board. Your Belize City Council remains committed to openness, accountability, and ensuring that growth is managed fairly for everyone. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Emotions I'm feeling at the moment are very hard to explain. I am happy, want to cry, but something I can say that smiles now. So I'm very, very happy, and I'm grateful to the government, MIDH, for this opportunity. So thank you so much.
It's going to be something that changes dramatically Michelle's life and those of her children, and I'm very happy that as a government we were able to provide this big step. Having a secure roof over your head gives you stability, gives children and parents a chance to focus on other things like education and health.
My daughter, she's very happy. She's finally going to be able to say this is my house as well, and my kids are happy, so I'm glad I have something for them. I believe it's a good project for people that can't afford a house, so I believe they should continue for people and give them the opportunities like they're giving me as well.
Drop it like it's hot.
Cyber Realty and Development is the leader in providing solutions to the current land crisis in Belize. For homeowners and investors alike, Cyber Realty is offering special deals on half-acre parcels in its new Emery Village development. Enjoy prime land off Mile 37 on the George Price Highway at an unbeatable price. All you need is the initial down payment of $275 Belize dollars. Take advantage and reserve your half-acre home sites today. Emery Village. Join the community. Invest in your future.
The Ministry of Rural Transformation, Community Development and Local Government, in partnership with the United Nations Children's Fund, has donated essential water system expansion equipment to 14 communities across the Toledo district. The handover ceremony, held on the 31st of January, included high-grade piping, residential water meters to improve monitoring and conservation, and a heavy-duty generator to strengthen system reliability during power fluctuations. The generator will specifically support water services in San Jose Village. The donated equipment will benefit the communities of Emery Grove, San Vicente, Blue Creek, Big Falls, Graham Creek, Bella Vista, San Pedro Colombia, San Antonio, Jordan, Santa Teresa, San Felipe, San Pablo, and San Isidoro. This initiative underscores the government's commitment to rural development and to ensuring that all Belizeans have access to safe and reliable water. The investment represents a meaningful step towards sustainable rural development and closing the gap between rural and urban communities. Belize is advancing sustainable agricultural practices through the application of nuclear and isotopic techniques under the International Atomic Energy Agency supported project BZE 5012. From the 26th to the 30th of January, the Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with CIRDI, CARDI, and the UB, hosted a technical mission led by Dr. Bruno Jose Rodriguez of the Brazilian Agriculture Research Corporation. The mission focused on improving fertilizer use efficiency and reducing nitrogen losses by applying nitrogen isotopic analysis to soybean, corn, and sugarcane research trials at Central Farm and field plots in the Corozal district. During the mission, researchers received hands-on training in field sampling methods and laboratory preparation, strengthening Belize's technical capacity to use nuclear and isotopic tools to trace nitrogen uptake, soil retention, and environmental losses. Funded through the IAEA's technical cooperation, the initiative positions Belize to optimize soil, water, and nutrient management, increase agricultural yields, and support sustainable growth across key agricultural value chains. And that's the news. Thank you for joining us. From all of us here at Plus TV, have a good night and God bless.